What's up, everybody? Phil Bleckman with BarBend.com, and today we are going to cover the 2021 CrossFit Games predictions for the men, women, and teams divisions. If you want to learn anything about the CrossFit Games that are taking place in Madison, Wisconsin, just head over to Google, type in BarBend CrossFit Games, and all of our coverage is going to come up. We're going to keep you up to date on everything that happens from day one all the way to the finals. You're not going to want to miss out. It's going to be epic. It's been 2 years since the games have taken place in Wisconsin. The 2020 CrossFit Games were held in two parts, a larger scale virtual format and a smaller 10 athlete format, with the final individuals competing at the CrossFit Ranch in Aromas, California. The lights and pressure will be back on this year, and with newcomers entering and Mat Fraser exiting, the races for the podium spots will be exhilarating to watch. Here are our predictions for the top 3 spots when it comes to the men's, women's, and team competitions. Barring injury, a broken paddleboard, or some natural disaster, we just don't see Tia-Clair Toomey-Orr losing this one. After busting through the mental block in 2017 that had previously kept her from gold, Toomey-Orr's star continues to rise. Our podium this year looks like this. In first place, Tia-Clair Toomey-Orr. In second place, Haley Adams. And in third place, running it back, Kari Pearce. The only way we see the top podium spot opening in the near future is if Toomey-Orr, who has won a record 4 CrossFit Games in the women's division, gracefully steps away from the sport, a la former training partner Mat Fraser. At the 2021 Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge semifinal, the events were varied, and she dropped no lower than third place on the entire weekend, winning 4 out of 6 events. She's now training under her husband Shane Orr's proven programming, alongside a growing group of other Games athletes, including Brooke Wells, James Newberry, Con Porter, and Alex Smith. And next to grab it could be Haley Adams, who we see doing very well in 2021. We saw a preview of what this year's games might look like as Adams competed alongside Toomey-Orr in the semifinals with a solid showing of second place. At just 20 years old, she's shown true maturity in CrossFit, having come through the teens division. She grabbed 6th place in the women's division at the 2019 Games. Adams was then baptized in the dust of the CrossFit Ranch in the 2020 Games finals, where she placed 4th and truly showed the entire community that much of her 140 pounds is made up of grit. Let's get into the men's podium predictions. 5-time CrossFit Games winner Mat Fraser rode off the proverbial sunset last year, leaving the throne wide open with no clear heir. The next men's podium topper will likely be determined based on programming, experience, and who's, quote, on that weekend. These are tough predictions to make, but our best guess is, given the right environment, we'll finally have our fan favorite Noah Ohlsen take the top spot. Here are our predictions. In first place, Noah Ohlsen. In second place, Cole Sager, we think is going to have a big weekend. And in third place, Jason Hopper. While Ohlsen has always been a natural dominant athlete, he's often run into extenuating circumstances such as equipment issues or judgment calls that have hampered his performance. He did finish second behind Fraser in 2019 and came in 4th at the 2020 Games. This year, maybe it's the greater possibility of winning more in-person competitions or the edge he's gained with training Think Tank, but Ohlsen seems to have a little more fire in his eyes. And yes, Ohlsen did come behind our runner-up choice, Cole Sager, at the West Coast Classic this year. The programming at the West Coast Classic, including heavy thrusters and a ruck event, certainly favored Sager, who has a background in collegiate football. He's placed as high as 5th at the Games, which he did in 2016, and most recently was 20th overall in 2020 with the virtual qualifier. We think he'll perform better surrounded by a crowd, and the 550-yard sprint event has his name all over it. We're rolling the dice on standout newcomer Jason Hopper, who shocked a stacked field at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge to round out our podium. He won half of the weekend's events, including high-skill gymnastics, gritty sled pushes, and winding weights. Hopper is well-rounded and riding momentum at the right time to land not only on the 2021 podium, but also in the hearts of thousands of fans on the sport's biggest stage. Let's get into the team's podium predictions. It's been 2 years since we've seen the teams take the field in Madison, and we expect to see them hungry for competition. Like most years, many teams have shifted their makeup, so while team names may look familiar, not all athletes have experience on this stage. That's why we're looking to see Mayhem Freedom ride on Rich Froning's experience and let's be honest, a general disdain for losing to take the top spot again this year. After the semifinals knocked out some very competitive teams and a few doping violations knocked out some others, including Invictus Unconquerable, Ocean State's finest and on track, the team leaderboard is a bit shaken up. So here are our top picks. First place, CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. In second place, we have Omnia. And in third place, we have CrossFit Oslo Wolfpack. The 2021 NOBULL CrossFit Games takes place from July 27th through August 1st in 2021 in Madison, Wisconsin. You can catch the individuals, teams, teens, master, and adaptive athletes competing throughout the week at games.crossfit.com. There's also going to be a ton of coverage here on BarBend, so stay tuned for our full event coverage, and we'll be updating our readers as the events go on and daily recaps. Everything that you need to know, we have got you covered. I'm very excited for the games. I hope that you are too. Until then, I'm Phil Blackman for BarBend.com. Thanks for watching.